Okay, hello. So, last night we left off in Poor Things with the chapter where we meet Bella for the first time. And we're just going to pick up where we left off. So, this is Poor Things by Alistair Gray, and I am femboy Cloudstrife. Alright. Oh, and this is a Misa Cosplay. Misa from Deathnote. I was looking for this skirt all day today, and I am very happy that I found it because it was in a storage unit full of so much garbage. Alright. I refused to go easy on the port. I deliberately filled the glass a second time while saying with equal deliberation, "So you think Miss Baxter's brain will one day be as adult as her body?" Yes, and quickly. Judging by her speech, how old would you say she is? I judge her mental age by the age of children she can play with. Robbie Murdoch, my housekeeper's grandchild, is not quite 2. They crawled around the floor very happily till 5 weeks ago. Then she began to find him boring and developed a passionate admiration for a niece of my cook. This niece is a bright 6-year-old who, after Bella's novelty wore off, finds her very boring. I think Bella's mental age is nearly 4, and if I am right, then her body has stimulated the growth of her brain at a wonderful rate. This will cause problems. You did not notice it, McCandless, but you attracted Bella. You are the first adult male she has met apart from me, and I saw her sense it through her fingertips. Her response showed that her body was recalling carnal sensations from its earlier life, and the sensations excited her brain into new thoughts and word forms. She asked you to be her candle and candle maker. A body construction could be put on that. "Havers," I cried, appalled. "How dare you talk of your lovely niece in that monstrous way? Had you played with other bairns when you were young, you would know such talk is commonplace childhood prattle. Come a riddle, come a riddle, come a rote, a wee man in a wee boat. Willie Winky once runs through the tune in his night goon. I had a little husband no bigger than my thumb. Little Jack Horner stuck his in a plum. But how will you educate Miss Baxter if she outgrows this pleasant state?" "Not by sending her to school," he said firmly. "I will not let people treat her as an oddity. I will shortly take her on a carefully planned journey round the world, staying longest in places she enjoys. In this way, she will see and learn many things by talking to folk who will not find her much queerer than most British travelers, and charmingly natural when compared with her gross companion. It will also let me remove her quickly from attachments which look like becoming romantic in an unhygienic way. And of course, Baxter," I told him recklessly, "she will be wholly at your mercy with no public opinion to protect her, not even through the frail agency of your domestic servants. When we last met, Baxter, you boasted in the heat of a quarrel that you were devising a secret method of getting a woman all to yourself. And now I know what your secret is: abduction. You think you are about to possess what men have hopelessly yearned for throughout the ages: the soul of an innocent, trusting, dependent child inside the opulent body of a radiantly lovely woman. I will not allow it, Baxter. You are the rich heir of a mighty nobleman. I am the bastard bairn of a poor peasant, but between the wretched of the earth there is a stronger bond than the rich realize. Whether Bella Baxter be your orphaned niece or twice orphaned fabrication, I am more truly akin to her than you can ever be, and I will preserve her honor to the last drop of blood in my veins, as sure as there is a God in heaven, Baxter, a God of eternal pity and vengeance, before whom the mightiest emperor on earth is feebler than a falling sparrow. Baxter replied by carrying the decanter back to the cupboard where he had found it and locking the door. I cooled down while he did this, remembering I had stopped believing in God, heaven, eternal pity, etc. after reading The Origin of Species. It still seems weird to recall that after unexpectedly meeting my only friend, future wife, and first decanter of port I raved in the language of novels I knew to be trash, and only read to relax my brain before sleeping. And we have a treat because this page has a drawing. Picture book. Chapter 6, Baxter's Dream. Baxter returned, sat down, and looked at me with his lips compressed and his eyebrows raised. Maybe I blushed. Certainly my face felt hot. He said patiently, "Use your memory, McCandless. I am an ugly fellow, but have you known me do an ugly thing?" I pondered, then said sulkily, "What about Mopsy and Flopsy?" He looked hurt at this, but not very hurt, and after a while spoke thoughtfully, as if to himself. Sir Colin, his nurses and dogs gave me more attention than most newcomers to this globe are given. But I wanted more than that. I dreamed of a fascinating stranger, a woman I had not yet met, so could only imagine, a friend who would need and admire me as much as I needed and admired her. No doubt a mother supplies this want in most young creatures, though rich families often employ a servant to take the mother's place. I formed no special attachment to those who fostered me, perhaps because there were so many of them. I was always a mighty big fellow and seemed to recall at least 3 mature nurses, feeding and washing and clothing me before I could do these things for myself. So we're going to leave off there for now, and we'll continue in the next part. Thank you for watching. I love you.